Okay, so I'm going to do an unboxing again, as I often do, and as you can tell, there's going to be a slight difference here because I have actually already opened it, and that was just to make sure that this was what I thought it was. So without any further ado, bubble wrap. We're almost out of time. We have the Back to the Future DeLorean Time Machine Trilogy Pack. All three versions of the car itself, not counting the fact that there were multiple different versions of the same car in all its different incarnations in one space at any one point in time because time travel, wibbly wobbly. Right, so I've not actually taken this out the box at all. Oops, just knocked the camera a little bit. It's a 1/24th scale die-cast metal, so it doesn't fit in with the scale of anything else I've actually got, which is a bit of a shame, but at the same time, as a display piece, these are going to look absolutely awesome, aren't they? Just look at them, look at the detail. Look at the detail, look at the fact that they're not moving. That basically means that they must be secured down somehow. So it's all three movies, because it is obviously the trilogy pack. We've got obviously opening doors, which if anybody can remember the cartoon series Mask, the ringleader of the show of the good guys, his car had gull-wing doors like that, that basically when opened converted his car into a flying car. Yes, how droll. But then there was a 80s cartoon series and they're all quite cheesy by today's standards. Well, in some cases better animated. So there we can see all the scenes that we're probably familiar with from this classic movie. But they don't give you an unmodified version. Let's just see what we've got here. Because, you know, just to complete the experience having, you know, the pre-time travel machine would have been quite good. But we've got the original version complete with the pole for collecting the electricity from the lightning bolt. We've got the updated version for number 3, well, for number 2 rather. And then for number 3 we've got all the 1950s attachments to try to get it to go back to the Wild West, including the funky little tyres. Do we have any information here? Yeah, we've got die-cast metal with plastic parts, opening doors, and that's it as far as the listing is concerned. It's got opening doors and that's it. I don't really want to take this out of the box. Right, now the thing I don't want to do is open this up. Oh look, it's ages 8+. Do we get any of the typical symbols? Yes, that one and that one, which we always see here. This is from our friends from Wally, who I've got to admit, I've never heard of either. Let's see there, from 1 Midtown, number 11, Hoishing Road, Chusun, Wan. Well, it's in Hong Kong anyhow, and they've got website details and email, contact details and whatnot. What else have we got here? Back to the Future Trilogy, timeless sci-fi adventure about hapless American teenager named Marty McFly. And let's face it, we all know that particular story, so how the hell did we actually get these time machines out of here? Oh, secured with sticky tape. Luckily I brought a knife, and it's just the one thing to open up. And if that doesn't get me copyright hit, then thank God is all I can say. Right, underneath we have a bit more sticky tape with some extras. My God, how the hell? You actually need a Phillips screwdriver to get these things out. Just so I don't really want to take it out that much. Well, I'm not going to actually deattach them, but as you can see, we have over here, we've got Back to the Future image from that. That looks like after its first journey, because it's all covered in stuff that's never covered in ever again, no matter what, on its subsequent journeys. That's got to be Back to the Future 2. I don't recognise the scene, but that's, I think, in the now past 2015. And that's Back to the Future 3. That must be a promotional shot from when it was in the Wild West. But each of the cars, you can see it's basically the same basic model in all cases, just modified as appropriate. Looks like, as far as the insides are concerned, it's all the same basic mould. It looks like everything is exactly the same in all regards. As far as whatever that is, as far as the replacement for the handbrake is concerned, it's like in the middle. Yeah, everything looks like it's exactly the same in all regards, apart from the modifications for the different movies. So we've got a little bit here to plug in this. Not quite sure what these are supposed to be. Yeah, these things here, I'm not entirely sure. This is obviously supposed to go in there at some point. You don't get that repeated here, although there seems to be some sort of device here. That almost looks like it's supposed to be some sort of button to press to get some sound effects going. Ooh, that's interesting. On here, you've got a modification. That must be something to do with the railways, I assume. It's not on any of the other vehicles. I just can't recall it being on here, on the proper car in the movie. Yeah. Oh, details are very nice, although some of these plastic bits here do feel like they could, you know, have a little bit of an accident. Let's just see if I can free this particular golden door from its sticky tape prison. No, I don't think I can. And that's not actually sticky tape, I think. I'm going to be very careful, very ginger with what I do. Maybe a little saw motion, maybe if I just gently poke in through that, maybe that'll be enough to allow me to, there we go, that's a bit more successful. Yes, there we go, it's free. And the doors open very, very nicely. You know, there were some reports that anybody who actually had a car with this kind of door would be trapped if they were parked up too close to the vehicles. You know, you wouldn't be able to open the door, was the idea, and therefore you would be trapped inside your own car. Actual tests proved that that was complete and utter bullshit. So let's just take a look here. You're probably not going to be able to get that good a look in, but maybe if I do that, that should give you some idea as to what the insides look like. So yeah, as I said, the insides all look identical. The externals all look identical because it is, after all, the same basic model, just modified as appropriate to have the extra bits on. Just would have been nice to have been able to have this attached to all three models, just for, you know, the benefit of a little bit of play value, you know, a little bit of fantasy. Try to get the lightning rod conductor out of its packaging. There we go. That looks rather nice as well, rather accurate. Let's just put this here. And yes, that means you can take this off, use a Phillips screwdriver to free it from its prison, and recreate your own diorama of the town and your own lightning bolt attack to power this thing up and make it go flying off the edge of the set in a heap of flames. Now, where did the other bit go? This thing here. What on earth are these supposed to be? What on earth could these possibly relate to? Well, obviously something to do with the Back to the Future movies, but I haven't a clue what. Potential jump cut? Oh, I get it. I get it. It's a Mr. Fusion. And the reason you get two of them is possibly because they don't fit that well. Do they have to fit in a specific way? Yeah, they have to fit in a specific way. You can't mess around and have them any way you want. Not that we saw them using Mr. Fusion for this one, but you know, the part is still there, so in theory both vehicles could use that to help replace the need for plutonium. Only they don't fit in that well. Maybe this is meant for this one. It's just a case of this particular one doesn't fit in very well at all, which, given it's identical in every regard, shouldn't really be the case. But it just doesn't want to fit in the hole for either one of them. Well, not properly anyhow. Maybe. Don't try this at home, kids. No, that just doesn't want to fit. Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's not like he actually had Mr. Fusion going around being stuck in that porthole all the time anyhow. But yeah, I would have to say, in general, apart from that small minor fail, this is a very well put together piece. Let's just see if we can take this off gingerly and carefully. No, that doesn't want to know. That doesn't want to know. Oh, the reason it doesn't want to know, it's because there's a bit of cardboard just securing it a bit more. But this is a nice diorama in its own right. It's quite a nice little piece. Let's just see it from the rear, because we didn't look at the rears before. Yeah, again, they're all identical apart from the timestamp barcode type design on the third model for some reason. This one, the second one, had that as well, but they've got the same out of time license plate on this one. But other than that, that seems to be it. You don't really get much of a sense of the other modifications to make this fly. I'm sure there was other things on it than just this. Although maybe it was just the fact that the tyres changed position, but that doesn't seem to be an option here. Well, from what I've seen so far, I've got to say I quite like it, and if I actually release these things and it turns out that there's more features that I haven't noticed, then I'll obviously have to do a follow-up review, but for the time being, yeah. I wonder if that's stainless steel construction, but even if it's not, I think it's still worth getting.